Good day, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the in-depth forecast analysis video discussion for Tuesday, July 24th, 2012. Start things out with yesterday's thunderstorm, wind, and hail damage across the area, especially northern New Jersey. Doppler radar indicated over 6 inches of rain in parts of Sussex County yesterday afternoon and evening. And we had two people that were struck by lightning at Lindley C. Cook 411 Camp in Stoke State Forest yesterday afternoon at around 1:30. And we've also had a lot of hail reports up to an inch or so, some wind damage and trees blown down too as a result of these big thunderstorms that moved through as a complex moved through northern New Jersey into the New York City area. They weakened considerably during the evening, but there was quite a lot of cloud to ground lightning and very heavy rain with those thunderstorms. And we could see also a lot of hail damage here across southeastern New York and into northeastern Pennsylvania as these storms propagated and moved down through the region. Most of the region this morning is starting out with sunny skies, residual convection out over eastern Long Island and southeastern Connecticut and across northern New England, southern New England actually. But all the rain is now out of here temporarily. Temperatures this morning range from 77 in New York City up to 77 in Philadelphia, and it's 76 in Dover, Delaware, too, in the northern mid-Atlantic. And temperatures are pretty uniform throughout the area. Dew points are still in the upper 60s and low 70s, so the air mass is quite saturated. And we've got a cold front on the way, which will be slipping south through the region during this morning, clearing the forecast area by evening everywhere with an increase in northwest winds, a drier atmosphere, dew points dropping down, gusty winds around the coast tonight and tomorrow, even inland. We could have some gust with clearing skies this afternoon, tonight, and a beautiful day on Wednesday. Now we do have some advisories here, small craft advisories until 6 o'clock Wednesday morning for the South Shore and East Ends of Long Island, and also till 5 o'clock in the morning for the Jersey-facing beaches from Monmouth all the way down to Cape May and then down into the Delaware Valley area, extending them further until around 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And this is for winds going to shift around to the west and northwest actually and increase, and the seas out over the oceans could be still a little choppy at 5 feet, but these seas will begin to subside to below small craft advisories after the time tomorrow morning. Water vapor loop from this morning shows one disturbance exiting southern New England. Here's a weaker disturbance moving through the northeastern parts of the area. And some of these clouds will be probably dropping back into the forecast region this morning, just as this cold front moves through the region. Now, right now it's sunny and there are still a little bit of convection which will be moving into the area, but after the convection moves through this morning, chances across the northern areas, including New York City and Connecticut, will eventually end, and then we'll have to focus the chance of convection from central and southern New Jersey down through Philadelphia and the Delmarva region until the entire front clears the area. And we owe this cold front to an upper low across Hudson's Bay, Canada, which will be dropping the cold front down through the area. But notice how the front begins to stall out across the upper Midwest, and as this northeastern flank of this cold front makes its way through the area and settles in across the Delmarva region, it will begin to stall out and return as a warm front. So tomorrow is going to be a sunny day. Late this afternoon and tonight will be clear and breezy conditions overnight tonight and tomorrow, with temperatures dropping, and high temperatures tomorrow will be in the mid-80s as opposed to temperatures today getting back into the low to the mid-90s across the area with very uncomfortable conditions until the front passes. But even if the front passes, temperatures will still warm on a downslope flow. Tomorrow looks good, and then chances for showers and thunderstorms and very humid conditions are back in the forecast for Thursday through Saturday night. And this morning's beach cam is a lot calmer this morning out of Belmar, New Jersey today than it was at this time yesterday morning. We see that the swells and the sea heights are very low. Still, the chance of rip currents today is moderate, especially early before the front makes its way through. And we can see that conditions will improve. This is a hazy sunshine building over the forecast waters this morning. Here's a few people already possibly fishing or just walking here across New Jersey. And here comes the sunrise. It's going to be a beautiful morning, but there still could be a shower or thunderstorm as that front makes its way through late this morning. And this cluster of storms here entering Ohio is probably going to drop down through Kentucky and into the northern mid-Atlantic. So this would be a focal area for showers and thunderstorms from late this afternoon through early this evening. And that would be for Maryland, southern New Jersey, Virginia, and the Delmarva region from late this morning into late this afternoon. NAM WRF composite reflectivity forecast going forward here from the Penn State E-Wall site. We find that the cold front will move through with some scattered clouds through this morning, and then the front will begin to dive south and east. The winds will turn around to the northwest and increase as skies begin to clear during this afternoon. But temperatures are still going to be mild, or in fact, there could be downright hot with temperatures in the 90s. Even at the coast, temperatures could get close to 90 degrees today with a north wind and a northwest flow aloft. And then the front begins to settle down. Some of the convection also makes it into the Delmarva region and begins to die off from late this afternoon and this evening. Find one area there moving off the Delmarva region and south into the Carolinas, and another reaching down into Kentucky, and that will be diving south and east too. And this is pretty much where the front's going to stay. Generally clear to partly cloudy weather, decoupling winds tonight, temperatures back into the upper 50s and low 60s. Lots of sunshine on Wednesday. We're going to start the day off with lots of sunshine. Probably not going to see anything much in the way of any appreciable cloud cover tomorrow, as the winds are going to be light. The atmosphere is going to be very dry in the mid and upper levels, and even lower levels. Everything will be pretty much scoured out. Temperatures tomorrow are going to be a very comfortable low to mid 80s with very low dew points in the upper 50s and low 60s, and very comfortable day to be at the beach tomorrow. The winds should also begin to die down, and the seas should also begin to die down as small craft advisories die out. Now, the front comes back very quickly now as a warm front passing through the area Thursday night and Friday morning. And as it does so, humidity levels get back into the uncomfortable range, with dew points rising back into the upper 60s and lower 70s as we get through the day on Thursday. The cloud cover also begins to increase early in the morning on Thursday across northern areas as the front moves in. And here comes a disturbance in the northwest flow, already crossing the Great Lakes into western New York State and southeastern New York and Pennsylvania. And this disturbance may actually get into northeastern Pennsylvania and the Poconos, with showers and thunderstorms around sunrise, and then out into the coastal waters of southern New England and off the New Jersey coast by after sunrise on Thursday morning. And then it's just going to be an uncomfortable situation with temperatures once again back into the 80s and lower 90s, especially south and central New Jersey, where temperatures could get well into the 90s on Thursday under a southwest flow, very humid conditions setting up, and a nearly stationary frontal boundary with disturbances moving from southwest or west to east along the boundary. Periods of showers and thunderstorms will be evident Thursday night, Friday night, and into Saturday as well. And taking a look at the latest guidance now from the European guidance from the Penn State E-Wall site. Starting out with this evening, we can find high pressure beginning to build in control of the weather, and the frontal boundary lies to our south, and skies will be generally clear tonight with a light west to northwest wind, decoupling this evening and overnight tonight. Temperatures getting back into the upper 50s and low and mid 60s for most areas. Going through the day tomorrow and over the next couple of days, we find the stationary front beginning to lift back to the north with more disturbances. One now over the Great Lakes on Thursday night moves over the top of us on Thursday morning. Wednesday night, Thursday morning rather, and this places our region in an area where we could see additional showers and thunderstorms across the region on Thursday morning, and again perhaps even Thursday afternoon. And then basically an upper level trough sets up over the forecast region with disturbances moving along it, and that will get us into the day on Saturday as the front lifts north, and then a strong cold front moves through the region, and this cold front will be moving through the region on Saturday night and early and passing through the region on Sunday morning. The trough access will be over right over on the top of us during the day on Sunday, but there could still be enough instability in the upper levels of the atmosphere and a weak wave of or a short wave to pass through the region, but clearing would begin to commence across the region during a later Sunday and Sunday night. And then it looks like cool, dry conditions setting up with high pressure at the surface building in, and the trough axis switching to weakening slightly off the Atlantic seaboard, the northern New England seaboard, early next week, with high pressure generally in control and a much drier, cooler Canadian polar air mass in place during that time period. Now, basically, into early next week, the European model wants to keep high pressure building into the region with the trough axis still over the eastern United States from northern New England down through the northern mid-Atlantic. And this will allow for dry, cool air mass to continue to be part of our forecast. But as we get through Wednesday night and Thursday, we can basically see another disturbance which will be moving south through the Great Lakes and through the mid-Atlantic states, and this could produce more widely scattered showers and thunderstorms for the middle part of next week. And then basically a trough axis remains in place with some very chilly air but clearing conditions for late next week. You can follow the latest watches, warnings, and advisories in real time via our app at GardenStateWeather.com called Cover It Live. It's on the home page. You click on it and it gives you up-to-the-minute information about any watches, warnings, or current conditions as they're happening in near real time. And of course, you can also subscribe to GardenStateWeather.com for email discussions mailed out several times a week during the early morning hours to give you a head start on your workday as well. I'll be back bright and early with you on Wednesday. Make it a good Tuesday, everyone. I'm forecaster Robert Smith.